just finished up warming up for our HIIT workout. So my warm-up that I do for my HIIT workout is the same warm-up that I follow for my runs. When I am running, you know, still not able to run, but it is what it is. So I follow the same warm-up protocol. I'll put like a link down for it. It's a Google Doc, so if you guys want to start following that for your runs or your HIIT workouts, definitely use that. It's freaking nice. It takes a little while, but the thing is that if you don't warm up, you're going to be more prone to injury and all that stuff. So definitely use it. We're just waiting for Rory to kind of get here. He said he was going to be here this morning. Like normally I go to the YMCA on my HIIT days. That's why I don't really record on my HIIT days much. But he was like, I'm going to be at the gym tomorrow. I was like, you know what? I'll come here tomorrow instead of going to the Y. And then I show up and typical Rory stuff. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, major L. Yeah, L in the chat, man. L in the freaking chat. So maybe he'll show up, maybe he won't. Who knows?
Hey man, Colonel Sanders called. He wants his chicken legs back.
Dang, look at him. Nice and strong, dude.
Well, your right one, but
The left one.
that one needs some meat on the bone.
I just biked 24 miles with that leg.
It's impressive, it's impressive. He did bike with the boot on yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Dang, now he's doing the one-arm curls. What's that other arm looking like?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Well, you didn't get it on camera because I tried.
He did show up. I guess he did stick to his word showing up. He didn't tell me a time, so he was just later than me. Because, you know, if you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know?
So today we did only 3 rounds of HIIT. I would normally do 5, but since I haven't been doing HIIT as frequently, I decided to take a step back because a lot of the times what I do, and I'm super guilty of this, is if I haven't been able to work out for a while or if I need to take like a deload week or elongated break for whatever reason it may be, I'll go right back into the gym to the weight that I was lifting prior to having taken that break with the same intensity. And I've noticed I've just been getting injured every single time that I've been doing that. I used to be able to do it no problem, so I just decided to take it easy, and then next week I'll build myself up into 5. So that's kind of where I'll like hang around. Maybe I'll like start upping it beyond 5 as time goes on. It's just been hard because the HIIT doesn't really affect my hip too much, which has been injured, but if I do too much of it, I can see it starting to affect it, especially with the jumps and the burpees and whatnot and landing and flexing my hip. So gotta be careful of that, but we're gonna head out now. We got some food to prep today. We got some things to get done. And yeah, there's always something to do, right? That peach mango is so good. Again, Arctic Freeze is my favorite, but this peach mango one is so freaking good. And it would be number 1, but the only reason Arctic Freeze is number 1 is because when I'm going running and I have that on me, or if I'm just doing something that's super intense, I don't like a lot of flavor. I feel like when I drink something with too much flavor whenever I'm doing an activity, for whatever reason, it just doesn't like taste as good, and it just doesn't feel as good, I guess, going down the hatch. I don't even know how to describe why that is. Like I remember during football, we would have Powerade or Gatorade on the sides and some of the cups, or not some of the cups, some of the bottles we'd use, and I'd always just use the ones with water because the other ones had Gatorade. It was just like, nah. But then if I'm just, sipping and enjoying something, I want a lot of flavor. So I don't know, it's just whenever I'm working out. But if you guys are interested at all, Code Levi will save you a little bit of money on some Transparent Labs Hydrate. Anyways, today is Wednesday, and today is a day that I meal prep my meals for the week. So I'm gonna get those out and kind of go into how I meal prep as an athlete. I think that a lot of people don't have a good structure, a good routine that helps them to meal prep. And I think that's important to have, because without that, you'll always be behind. You won't have any structure in your diet, and you just won't get the results that you want. So I think that that is super foundational before even having any of the meals that you want in place to meal prep. So I'm gonna get to it and get everything out, get everything ready to freaking cook. So I just finished up prepping all of my meals to be cooked. They're not completely prepped, but they're about to be completely prepped. But we're gonna go over everything that I do in order to basically prep my meals for the week. Again, I'm not going over exactly what I eat for prep. You guys kind of saw the things I laid out. Like literally everything that you saw is part of my prep. There are a couple of items that are complementary to what you just saw that I didn't include. But if you guys want me to go over that in another video, I can. I don't mind doing that. But I wanted to basically break down exactly what I do and the steps I follow to meal prep, because I felt like if I included the steps and the stuff that I meal prep in one video, a lot of information would have gotten lost. It would have been like an information overload, and you would have basically just not comprehended everything that I said. It's kind of like when you read a book, right? You might have to read a book multiple times over again for you to actually grasp all the content that was in the book, because books contain so much knowledge and content that you aren't absorbing every single thing that you read. So that's why I made today's video a little more simplified and not as complex as it could have possibly been. All right, so first things first, I meal prep 2 specific days during the week. Now you can do 1 specific day during the week, but I found that I like my meals a little more fresh. When that meal has been sitting in there for almost 6-7 days, I start to get very questionable about it. So it's important for me at least to just do 2 specific days in the week, but you guys can take your chances and do 1. But it's really important that you do specific days, because what I found happens if it's not 2 specific days is that one day I'll fall back, right? Because I don't have any structure. I'll be like, oh, I'll meal prep tomorrow. And then I'll be like, oh shoot, like I ran out of meal prep. And then I'm like, okay, well, I don't have time today. I have to do it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden I'm falling behind. I'm not consistent on my diet. And then that just creates a lack of structure in that portion of my life. And so I found that it's really, really important to just have 2 key specific days during the week to meal prep, or 1 again if you want to take that chance. And there is one word right here that encompasses 1 and 2, and it's consistency, because it's important to both. And how you're gonna meal prep if you guys do it 2 times a week is you're literally gonna prep the amount of meals that you're gonna need in between those 2 days, right? So if you have, meal prep on Sunday and then you go to Wednesday, you're gonna need, 3 meals until you get to Wednesday, or 4 meals, I should say, if you include Sunday as one of the days that you eat that meal prep. In other words, let's just say, you meal prep your breakfast. Okay, well, you're gonna need to prep 4 breakfasts before you get to Wednesday, before you have to start making, your next meal prep for the rest of the week. And number 2, grocery day, but specific grocery day. You need a specific grocery day because it ties into number one. If you don't have a specific grocery day or specific meal prep days, what'll happen is maybe you'll go get groceries one day, right? And then if your meal prep day is on a day that's further or before your grocery day, what happens then is like, you're like, oh, I don't have groceries today, so now I need to go to the grocery store. And then again, it leads to that lack of structure that you need or consistency in your diet. And we don't want that. So what I like to do is I go grocery shopping on one of my meal prep days. I go grocery shopping on Sunday, and I found that that really helps. And I also only grocery shop one time a week, and I suggest you guys to do the same. You don't necessarily have to. I would strongly suggest you guys do it just because you're gonna lose a lot of time. Like, it's not, I would say, time friendly. Like, grocery shopping just takes a lot of time out of my day. I know, you know, like, you have to go there and then you have to shop around and then you have to come back, and that whole process is like an hour and 30, depending how fast you are in and out. And doing that 2 times a week is just too much time, in my opinion, to take away from grocery shopping. So try to do it one day a week on one of your meal prep weeks or one of your meal prep days if you can. And again, consistency is going to be key with both of these. And last but not least, what meals do I prep? So I prep my post-workout meal, my lunch, and my dinner. The only meal that I do not prep is my breakfast, and there's a couple reasons why. So number one, I like having a fresh breakfast. I've been having a fresh breakfast my entire life, and I couldn't imagine doing it any other way. Like, it just would be weird to just wake up, stick something in the microwave, wait for it to just do its thing, and then eat it, right? Like, I'm just used to it. Nothing better than some like fresh sourdough, some fresh eggs, and all that good stuff in the morning. Second reason is because that's not a time where I can maximize my time effectively, right? Like, the morning is the time, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for a lot of people out there. The morning is not a time for me, at least the very early start of my morning, where I'm like fully functioning. Like, my brain is just, you know, on all cylinders, right? So I kind of look at that as a time for myself to allow myself to basically wake up. So in other words, making breakfast is kind of, you know, my way of waking up. And so that's why I don't prep that meal. And it's the only area that I see where I can kind of, you know, allow time to be wasted, so to speak, as compared to these other ones. Because, you know, having to do a post-workout meal when you have like work coming up, or, you know, your lunch, or maybe you have like a side hustle and, you know, you want to eat your dinner quick and get back to work because your brain is like fully functioning and firing on all cylinders, right? So that's why I do it that way, and I suggest you guys to do the same. Again, one of the reasons we meal prep is to maximize time and also stay structured. So yeah, that's that. Take a good look at this. One other thing that I'm gonna do for you guys right now too is put up on the screen a picture of like a calendar of what it looks like for me, or if I don't do a picture, it'll be a link down below for a Google Doc, and it'll just elicit like how I do my meal prep. If this right here didn't help, or my explanation, I felt like it helped some of you guys out there, but maybe you're more imagery and you need like an image to see how it actually is, I'll link something down below for you guys. But that's how I do it. Man, it sucks that it's so nice out today. I still can't run. Still can't run. It's been, man, how long has it been? Since March? Like late March, I think it is. So it's been close to 4 months. And it's weird to say that because my wrist injury was about 2.5 months. And that felt way longer for whatever reason. Maybe just because it was impacting me every day. Like, I couldn't really do anything, but I was running then because I wasn't able to do certain lifts. But I don't know. But I'm feeling the best I have felt since this one particular day about a month ago. I was feeling good, and I think I told you guys about it. I was feeling like amazing, right? And then in my mind, I was like, I'm feeling good, so I'm gonna go run, right? Like, although I'm feeling good now, right now in this moment, I realize that like I just can't go and do what I do. Like, I have to slowly see and start to actually not feel pain really anymore before I actually start committing to, you know, going for these runs. But man, dude, just miss it. Like, it's beautiful. I love running in the heat. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it reminds me of like summer football workouts or soccer workouts where like it's super hot. You're getting a good sweat going on. You're parched. I don't know, man. I'm just like looking outside like, damn, dude, I would do anything to get out there right now. But a little update on that. kind of see what happens and whatnot. But yeah, guys, this is gonna do it for today's video. It was really more so about the meal prep. I just kind of want to keep you guys updated, keeping you guys updated, just because as soon as this hip starts feeling better, we're working toward Boston. So yeah, but again, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button. As you guys know, I will be back. And as always, if I trying to do to love, the sky's the limit. I'll see you all in the next one.